Okay, the geniuses will see us now.
I'm a pro.
He's very unprofessional.
Very unprofessional.
These are our newly arrived surgeons, Doctors Trowbridge and Greenbaum.
Doctor?
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 We're not doctors.
Are you sure they can handle this?
Oh, we can handle it. We're professionals.
You'll forgive us if we're not instilled with confidence.
Potentially unprofessional pieces of content.
What's up?
I'm back, guys.
He's
Don't
back. Well, I mean, he's been back, but that's okay.
Feels good to be back.
Welcome to Unprofessional. It's a shitty podcast you listen to for an hour each week. We love you. We love you.
Do you know how many viewers we have?
I don't know. Let's not bring that up every single time. It's growing, God damn it.
I hope it is.
I am Trevor.
And Ken.
And we are unprofessional.
We are unprofessional med students.
Unprofessional.
We have very bad opinions on things, and we say them anonymously on this pod.
We take zero risk.
That's the only we'll talk about.
We're fucking bold. We're bold and brash.
Don't trust us as your future doctors.
I mean, honestly, I would pick Ken over the vast majority of people. Although I don't have the same confidence in myself.
I judge a lot.
That's fine, as long as you like fix up my penis when it's like crooked, you know.
So I'm just people watching.
What are we looking at?
People are walking outside.
All right, so we're just doing audio this time because I'm in sweatpants and it feels good.
Yeah, it's cold out. The weather's actually great today. I love it.
Yeah, it's been nice. Honestly, I like it like this.
I thought it'd be warmer, but the cool and the rain a little bit was really nice today.
It's because of the solar panels or something.
Yeah.
So I just want to congratulate you first and foremost.
On what?
On your guys' win in Afghanistan.
I know you fucking wrote that joke down.
You fucking know I did.
That's the greatest joke I've ever heard. Honestly, it's so good. For when we talk about like topics, I have certain jokes written down, and I haven't got to use any of them. But
that's the thing, bro. It flows, and you can't like pull jokes out that you've done. Like it just doesn't work like that.
I'm glad, man. Thank you so much.
I know you guys were working on it really hard. It's been like 2 decades or something.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy, man.
The fighters on the front
and
lines.
You guys pulled it out, dude. One of the greatest underdog stories of all time.
Yeah, we were outgunned, outmanned.
It goes Vietnam and then Taliban.
Man, my people in Afghanistan,
they're strong. They're strong people.
That's the thing. You can't take them over. They're just too strong, man. Built Afghanistan tough.
Yeah,
instead of built Ford truck.
I don't doubt it. Never been there. Don't really plan on going.
No, I'm kind of glad, honestly, that they won.
What the fuck?
No, and like not for like what they do or whatever, but the U.S. goes in and fuck shit up and like takes them out of power and like tries to implant their own shit, but they just made them more radical. And like I just didn't want this to be an example of like, obviously it's not a good example, but I didn't want it to be an example of like the U.S. going in and fixing things and thinking they could just do whatever they wanted and like things come out.
I don't know, man. I'll take that over a radical Taliban.
Yeah,
that's like
but the thing is, it wasn't broken in
wild.
the first place. Like before Taliban, there was like they had a good government. I don't know.
I'll have to default to you on that one because I don't know much about pre-U.S. conflicts in Afghanistan.
It's a very long history, but America just fucks shit up. Really
that's what we do, baby.
And no regrets. America has no regrets.
Zero. Except the black people thing, probably. But okay.
Wait, you said you want to start us off?
That was it. I just wanted to get that joke out there immediately.
I have one topic I really need to ask about.
All right, hit me.
So last night, I heard a girl come over, and I haven't seen her before, hadn't heard her before, but what I did notice about her was that she spoke very little English.
So if you would have listened to the pod, Ken, you would have known.
I remember you told me about her before.
Oh, okay.
And I think you told me that like there was some girl and like you went on a date with her and she spoke very fucking little English. Is this the same person?
That's the same person.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think Isaiah also told me that you were like talking to some girl and she came over and she like spoke a lot of Spanish, so like he was talking to her. And then this morning I wake up and someone comes out of your room and it's her, and Isaiah's outside with me and they like have a full on fucking 10-minute conversation as I'm making breakfast like in Spanish. And
All
What
true.
is going on?
So here's my thoughts on it. Well, first of all, I mean, it's very obvious she comes over and we enjoy ourselves. But when they talk, I think we have been able to have almost no communication the whole time we've been hanging out for like, essentially the last like 12 hours. And then, Isaiah comes out of his room and she's like, oh my God, someone I can actually communicate with. And then so they just go off for like an hour. So he takes care of the talking and I take care of the rest.
Yeah.
I like the arrangement.
That's the deal that
I'm a fan.
I would like to. You know, Friends.
Yeah.
So Joey's the one who hooks up with them, and Chandler's the one that talks to them in the morning.
Oh.
So maybe Isaiah's
Wow,
Chandler.
it's literally what happens.
Yeah. So I have some questions.
Okay, go ahead.
So you guys were like
I'm an
hanging
open
out
book.
since like 6 p.m. yesterday. Like, what do you guys do and like what do you talk about?
So honestly, big thing is you just use Google Translate if you ever have like a complicated thing you need to get across. But the bottom line is you can do a lot. I mean, not all, but you can do a bunch of communication just with like simple words and stuff. Like, and she has to get better at English because she lives in the United States.
Oh, so you're basically teaching her English and she's paying you.
Kind of, yeah.
In her own way.
Well,
In
come
her
on
own way,
now.
she's teaching you.
Come on now, I'm better than that. And then I've been learning like Spanish and stuff with her too, so it's been kind of nice.
Let's
but
go
yeah,
to
I mean,
my casa.
bottom line is we cannot communicate very effectively. Like, it's been great. I'm not gonna lie.
'Cause I heard you last night, and what happened? Like, you had to say something to her very slowly and like multiple times for her to understand.
Well, yeah, I think I even know what you're talking about, but that's as worse as it gets. Is you have to repeat it multiple times, and then you just go to like Google Translate. But it's not a huge deal.
The other thing was, how long have
It's
you
honestly
been
kind of fun
talking to her? Because like, does this not get old for her? She can't fucking talk to the guy.
She loves it. I can't believe it. I don't get it. I don't get it. She loves it. I mean, she comes all the way from fucking Coney Island.
What?
Yeah, bro.
That's
each
like
time.
an hour.
I know.
What
I
the
know.
hell?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. She comes all the way from there and is like always asking like, when can I hang out next and stuff. And but she's super reasonable. Like, oh, like you're a doctor. Like, it's so funny. Girls will either be like give you way too much time and like capability for everything on your schedule if you're a doctor, and then other times they just don't understand it all and be like, why didn't we hang out 3 days in a row? Like, it's like, yo, what? So yeah, she's extreme the other way.
Dude.
Oh,
I don't understand it at all.
I'm very lucky.
Coney Island, no communication.
I'm sad I'm going to Florida. I have the absolute setup right now.
Yeah.
The absolute setup.
And
I'm
this
just
morning,
leaving.
Anastasia was like, "Is she cute?" I was like, "No."
Really?
She's like,
What
"Why'd you
the
take so
fuck?
long to answer?" And I was like, I didn't know what you
Was
were
it like a
talking
trick question for you?
about. Yeah.
She is kind of cute.
It was that. Well, I have to say no, dude. There's
Oh,
no
really?
answer except no. I don't want to start a fucking fight.
I mean, I'm not gonna fight you on it. It's totally reasonable.
I just, from what I've learned, you can never say any other girl is cute, okay? No matter what they say.
Okay. This girl isn't cute.
Well,
Yeah, she's ugly, huh?
I hope she never listens to the pod.
She's
but yeah,
atrocious.
She's pretty cute.
That's literally just a picture of her, by the way.
But I only just saw her once.
Yeah.
Which was this morning when I was making breakfast without my glasses, so I didn't see her very well. But yeah, she was pretty.
I mean, when she does herself up, then she looks very good. If she doesn't, then it's like, meh.
Yeah, but I
It's a good exchange. The exchange rate's good in my favor.
When I saw that, it was.
She's
pretty
Venezuelan.
hilarious.
The Venezuelan to U.S. exchange rate is
Damn.
solid. Let me tell you.
Venezuelan, huh?
And I'm not talking about currency.
One of my friends is really into Venezuelan girls. He doesn't get any girls.
Specifically Venezuelan?
Yeah.
What about Brazil? Isn't it like almost the same place?
Colombia and Venezuela is what he likes. He gets no girls.
I was like trying to figure out what's going on. It all makes sense now.
This is the guy that was wanting to go to Ukraine to find a wife.
Oh yeah, dude. This
That
guy
guy.
is a sad fucking story.
So
Oh my god.
he's the one who really likes Venezuelan. But he won't get along with them because he's so
Dude, it sounds like he just doesn't understand.
he's so
Which is sad.
restricted.
We could teach him if he came.
we
could
teach
make him stronger,
I
better,
can teach him shit, man.
faster.
So I've been talking to him a lot and things haven't changed.
They haven't changed. That's so sad.
I'm
man.
actually sad. I want to help him, but he's older too. He's 35.
Just a quick background on this guy.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna tell.
Okay, well, here, before we go into it, let me go into what I learned yesterday.
Okay.
So we were talking about Venezuelans and currency and exchange rates. Well, dude, they're going through like a civil war or some shit, or revolution.
Yeah.
I don't know. And dude, Isaiah brought up the other day, he's like, yo, like, did you know that like if you went to Venezuela, you could get like gorgeous girls there as a prostitute for like $30?
Yeah. 100%.
And I was like, holy fuck, that's crazy. Like, I didn't know that. And then I asked her, I won't say her name. And she was like, no. Like,
what?
Menos. Like, way less. She's like, $10 is, you're getting anything you want. I'm like,
she was gonna be like, no.
Yeah, no, we're more respectable than
unrealistic.
that. Yeah, no. She's like, no, $10, you're getting anything you want. Like, damn.
And
that's
what?
crazy,
You were like,
bro.
maybe we should visit
Yeah, I was like-
Venezuela sometime.
yeah, I was like, you want $10 or-
I'm gonna need a translator. I'm gonna need a guide. Show me around. That's very interesting. My friend would really love that.
Yeah, I
Maybe
bet
should
he
tell
would.
him. So,
Honestly, it'd probably be good for his self-esteem.
I wasn't planning on like talking about him, but I guess I will.
Yeah. All right, let's hit it.
So-
This will be the most medical podcast of them all, for sure.
His name is. Have you used the name Dan before? His name is Dan, but he's
Okay.
not gonna listen to
That's
this.
fine, yeah.
Plus, it's short for a name that like you'd never expect.
Okay.
Daniel.
Danatron.
Just kidding. It's not that. So like I've known him since like undergrad when this was my first year of university. So when I was like 19 or something, 18, 19. And since then, he was like older when he started at university. I don't remember how old he was.
We're going to have to work like STDs into this somehow, just so it's medical. But continue.
He's never gotten one. And he does it because he's
all right, there,
honest.
check mark. All right, continue.
And like since then, he's been trying to get a girl. So he had a work-related injury. He had like some nerve damage because he used to be a welder, and now his legs are like very small. Like they don't have a
Wow.
lot of mass. Because,
Like atrophied?
Yeah, atrophy, because he had like lower
That's
neuron
medical.
damage. Yeah, we got it. But he's a very nice guy.
Wait, can you honestly? I'm curious. Why are his legs atrophying? What the fuck? Why does he have nerve damage?
Because
of like the stuff he was smelting and like got into his system?
No. So some guy was like driving a forklift and he dropped something and it fell on his back. And that caused some nerve damage. So from like the waist down, he has like much less like muscle growth. But he went through a lot of therapy and everything. He can still walk.
So even though he's like working out and shit, he's not getting the muscle mass back.
Yeah, and he works out a lot.
Weird.
But he can walk. Everything's fine. He just can't like run or anything. But he's a very nice guy. And ever since then, I think like his confidence with girls has gone way down.
Damn, that
which
sucks.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But he's very good looking. He's tall. He's blonde. No homo. And like when he goes to clubs, girls come up to him and he's surprised. I'm like, what are you surprised about, bro? You're a freaking good looking guy. You have a surfer body. Like, what are you surprised that girls are coming up and like talking to you? But I think he's like scared when he takes his pants off. Girls are gonna not like what they see for like, reasons.
He has a
other
little
than his dick.
cock.
Reasons other than you think. Not for his cock.
Oh, for his small atrophied legs.
Yeah. But he's also like,
That's
more
such a
conservative.
specific.
There's like a lot of things. He's more conservative, so he goes to the gym a lot. But I'm like, do you ever ask like go talk to girls? He's like, I'm out there to talk. I'm just there to work out. But he doesn't like want to approach girls either.
I have this secret that I have to tell you that I've told nobody ever. I have these little atrophied toes. And I hope you don't judge me for that.
I don't want to see that. It's fucking disgusting.
Fucking nerve damage, man. Be fucking sensitive. God damn.
I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know the reason. So I don't know. He's like a very nice guy, but I think he's just like more conservative. He doesn't want to like put himself out there that like he's used to it. So
I've been there.
Why did I even start this? First, I started from some reason, right?
Yeah. Let's cut it a little shorter. But we're talking about him because we were talking about getting prostitutes.
Oh
in
yeah.
Venezuela.
So yeah, his plan was to go to
How did we get
Ukraine. To like find a wife there.
Oh,
but
yeah.
before
Jesus
that, his
Christ.
plan was to go to like Colombia and Venezuela to find a prostitute. So end of the story basically is I'm going to tell him that, and I think he's going to be very inclined to go to Venezuela.
Look what we did.
A long ass story.
We're influencing everyone.
It's good though.
Oh man,
People had to know about it.
This is kind of medical. I washed my white coat, or one of them. I have two, and
It's too many.
I was emptying out the pockets, and I don't know why. I don't know if someone put it in there, but there's a pregnancy test in my yeah, like unopened, thank God, or unused, but that was just in the pocket. I'm like, what the fuck? Is this a sign? Is someone fucking with me?
That's so funny. From OB rotation.
Oh yeah, but see, here's the thing. I'll steal shit. I don't care, but I feel like I didn't do that. I feel like I don't remember seeing that and just taking it.
So
I would remember.
You know, funny thing is, I stole a bunch of pregnancy tests. From
Did you
the OB
really?
rotation. Yeah, and I keep
Why?
them. I keep them in my room just
never
in
know when
case
you
you need
need
them. Like, there's a scare. I'm not gonna go.
Bro, everyone steals shit from the hospital. There was one time, I mean, we're kind of in the ghetto, not really the ghetto, kind of, yeah. And so I'm in the hospital. I think I'm in surgery rotation, and this person, you know, we like wrap up his hand or whatever, and he's like, I think I'll need more gauze. And he just grabs a bunch. And we're like, okay. He's like, I think I'll need some of this too. It's just completely unrelated to his injury. We're like, all right. Like, but we can't do anything. You're like, what are you gonna do? Fight him? Like, he's just stealing shit.
He knows
and you
what
go,
he needs,
all right,
man. He knows what he needs.
And he literally grabbed like 3 packs of like silver nitrate.
What?
For no
What the fuck
reason.
does he
We're
use
like,
that shit for?
We're like, you don't need that, but you know, do what you got to do.
I
He
need it
just
for
took a
something
bunch of
else.
shit and left, and we're like, all right, there's
I
nothing
still
you can
think-
do.
I
So
think-
that's the moral of the story here. Take everything from the hospital.
Yeah.
They can't really do anything to you.
The thing is, I stole a bunch of pregnancy tests. I was like, who needs them more than me? And I would think it was you. So it makes
Well,
sense. That
I
you took them.
appreciate that you have them. If I
Just-
need them, I'll hit you up.
Well, I'm not. They're for me. They're for
Oh.
my special stash. I stole bandages, and that's why I was asking, you know, a friend for like 40 bandages because I stole literally 100.
I think
from my
that's
time
too
in
many
the ED.
bandages, man.
And
You're literally moving soon. Weren't you just gonna bring up a bunch of bandages with you?
yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Okay.
But like, I steal a bunch of shit. You never know what you're gonna need, and I'm not gonna pay for it if I can get it for free.
Dude, I wish people knew what you looked like. You actually, you know, I'll put up like an image.
Don't fucking.
And I'll reveal your
put up my
identity.
A-Roz picture.
No. But the U.S. Surgeon General, have you seen him?
No.
Bro, he literally you with white hair. Maybe a little more emaciated.
Really? He looks
yeah.
like me?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I mean, honestly, I'm just being racist. He's just like a Pakistani guy, but he like has white hair.
Oh shit, man!
But
I
he
didn't know.
he looks like he's your age, but he has like white hair. So I'm like, is he old? Is he young?
That's good. That means he's aging, you know,
Well, yeah.
and that's
Or he's
hopefully
aging
what happens to
poorly and
me.
he's like 18.
You know, I didn't think people of like from Pakistan could get to that high of a status, and it's really nice to see that he's up there.
And I'm not gonna lie, again, this is gonna be a little racist. He does not look like he belongs in that fucking like general uniform. Like, he's this skinny little like emaciated motherfucking like Pakistani guy with white hair, and he's in this like wide general's uniform with all these medals. I'm like,
What?
Yeah, I'm like, hey man, that's fucking badass as hell.
Was
but
he in the fucking army
you
or
just
something?
it looks like it's like photoshopped on you almost.
Damn, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of sick.
Man.
No, I mean that's what the Surgeon General is like a part of, I guess, the military. I don't know.
I thought they were just like whatever. I just thought they made policy, but who knows?
I don't fucking know, man.
I wonder, what do you think is the highest like position you'll reach? Do you think, are you going to be an ER doc, or will you get to like?
I'll be an ER doc for like a year and then lose my job.
Do you think you'll ever get to like chief of the ER department, or
I don't
like
know, man. If I want
CEO of a
that, I don't know if I
hospital or
want
something?
that. I have like other things that I'm interested in.
But if you do basically the same job.
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
just
I mean,
don't gotta
that's
do
kind of what I've seen. So, I guess if I'm interested in it, then I'll do that. But I don't know if I care. I don't know. Like, what at that point, isn't it just titles and shit? Like, what do you get more
Yeah.
money? I don't know. Like, I don't think I'll give a fuck.
I think I
already have more title than I feel like is necessary. Like,
Yeah.
a doctor. Like, all right, let's relax.
Yeah, I want to like strive for higher than like just a doctor, but I also don't want more responsibility.
Yeah.
I'm tired of like doing stuff.
I'm just gonna do other shit. I mean, like
Yeah,
the podcast and other
exactly.
stuff. Like, I don't care enough about being a doctor.
Yeah, I'm
As
tired
sad
of
as
doing
it
stuff on my
sounds.
free time. Like, I'm working on the stupid case report, and
Yeah.
it takes up so much fucking
Right.
time.
I'm
so
about
much
to
research.
start that
I'm
shit,
like,
too.
I just want to chill. You know, on my 7 days off, I want to like go have fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I mean, there's so much burnout for doctors and shit, and I mean, there's a reason why. Like, nobody, everyone who's a doctor is looking for ways out or looking for alternatives like that they can do so they can not be a doctor all the time.
Man, you need a break.
Yeah.
I just finished compiling my EROS residency program list.
How
I
did
have
that feel?
116 residency programs I'm going to apply to.
I was talking to one resident. He applied to over 300 and I was like, holy fuck.
Wait, who's that?
I don't remember.
There was
it's Gutierrez.
Gutierrez.
Yeah. What time is it? Fucking 1950. Okay.
There was one resident in OB in the hospital we work at. I don't know if you met him, but he was like the only male resident. He just turned PGY2 when he started, and his story of how he matched was very interesting. He said his step score was like barely a pass. I think it was like 190 something, you know, over 196, but in the 190s. Step 2 was like a little bit better. And he said, I knew I wouldn't get a position anywhere.
Wait, what were the numbers again? Sorry.
Like barely passing step 1, so just over 196, and barely passing step 2.
Okay.
And he said, I knew I wouldn't match anywhere, but like the hospital we rotate at is where he rotated. So he said, I applied to one program, one personal statement, and I suicide matched.
Holy fuck.
It was like...
Because he knew he wasn't going to get anywhere else.
Yeah, basically. Because you're an IMG plus like barely passing.
International medical student.
Yeah. So he said he suicide matched, and it was he was so happy when he got the position.
Oh my God, I would be sweating my balls off.
But now it's kind of like good and bad, because all the girls in that department are so bitchy, they like bully him.
What is this? IM? What is this?
OB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the girls bully him. They like just test him with like random questions at like any time just to see if he knows it. And half the time he gets it wrong. I don't think he's like dumb or anything. I just think that like he's just always so nervous around them, because they like literally pick on him, that his just confidence is gone. It's honestly, it was sad to see him when I was there, and I don't know if he's changed. I think he might be better since he's like PGY2 now, but I would not want to be in this position.
Bro, medical profession, you smell blood, you just fucking go for it. And girls, they smell that and they just go, I'm gonna attack. I attack the weakness.
Those girls are just the worst. You know, a lot of them have lawsuits.
Really? At the OB?
Yeah, it's hard to do, because when you're a resident,
it's hard to do.
When you're a resident, it's usually attending that like looks over your work, so they're the one that gets sued.
Right.
But a lot of the residents have lawsuits.
How?
I know one of them for sure has a lawsuit for surgical site infection. So she was doing a C-section, and she really fucked up the stitches. And so there was like a prolapse or something, and it got infected.
Fuck.
Or a hernia, incisional hernia that got infected, and it was like due to her like suturing techniques. So that's why she got sued.
Damn.
And now she's going to work for $400,000 a year in some underserved area in New York.
There it is.
Literally didn't matter.
What's up, doctor? How are you today?
She was kind of a bitch too. I don't think I liked any of the OB residents.
No, they all kind of sucked. Although I didn't have a lot of experience with a lot of them, because I got COVID and just was at home.
You got lucky, man. I wish I'd get COVID during psych. Psych is the most boring rotation.
Psych is so pointless.
You know, half my day is spent on Facebook Marketplace. And the way people go through Instagram, that's like my social media. I just go through it. And I didn't realize this, but a lot of people sell used underwear.
What?
So it comes up, and
for extra money, because it's like, look, it's used. Do they show a picture of themselves? Like, look, I'm a cute girl.
I'm not sure the reason. So like, it comes up sometimes. Like sometimes it's like, you know, bra for sale or underwear only used once, never used. It was the wrong size. I'm like, how do you know it's the wrong size if it's never been used? But basically like that. But one girl was like slightly used lingerie, and I'm like, bro, there's no way you're selling slightly used lingerie for like another girl. You know, you're trying to sell it for like fucking guys with fetishes and shit.
Right.
So I messaged her.
You didn't, bro. Oh, I love it.
I wanted to get more info, and I asked her like, you know, is it worn by you? And she's like, yeah, it's worn by me. I can sell a vacuum sealed. I was like, fuck, I fucking knew it. She is like doing this for a fetish thing, and I was like,
my God.
Then no thanks.
Wait, why does vacuum sealed give it away?
Because it's like they want to trap the scent. I know, dude.
That's so weird.
It's fucking gross.
So weird.
And when I messaged her, like a bunch of other recommendations started coming because like Facebook wants to sell me the things I'm interested in.
So you have a bunch of used underwear there.
Now thankfully it's gone. Now thankfully it's all like bike locks and like
Anastasia looks at
Switches
your
and shit.
website like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah,
here?
I don't let anyone go on my phone. So that's what half of my day is.
Oh
And
my
then the other
God.
half is like in like psych. And
Dude, it's crazy that, I mean, you kind of look at that and go, holy shit, like she's selling her used underwear and shit. That's crazy of her. It's crazy that there's a market for that.
dude, there's a huge
That's
market.
that blows my fucking mind. That means there's so many people who just don't have any women in their life, right? Is that what it means? I don't know what it means, but
But here's the thing. It's also like a fetish. So some people
Just
just
smells.
like want it.
oh, like yeah, like the used underwear.
Yeah, they might have a girlfriend, might not, whatever. And like, dude, some people are probably like very unhappy in marriages, so they're like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
get off to this shit. And maybe just don't have sex, so they're just
Yeah.
fucking horny all the time. And
Damn.
you just like,
That's wild, man.
yeah, I totally see it. Like,
I mean,
the-
it's shit when I see that and I go, wow, I'm really winning right now.
Yeah.
Even on like my worst days, it's like, you know what?
You're hooking up with a chick that doesn't speak a lick of English.
Okay, even if that was, I mean, this is a great situation, but even when I
Yeah.
wasn't in that or any of this stuff, like it's like,
Oh, I talked
damn,
to a
I have
girl
it good.
today.
Yeah, bro, for real. Honestly, though, if you just like interact with people and like have a reasonable
Yeah.
amount of money
Yeah.
and like live in a decent area, live just in the United States of America, like you're
Okay.
fucking in a good place.
Yeah. And
Or Canada, fine.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why you're excluding it, okay? I was living the dream in Canada until I came to the US. So that's half my day. And, dude, I did not realize how often I make fat jokes until I started psych.
Oh, really?
Because everyone in, like, the rotation is, like, normal weight or
Mhm.
skinny, except this couple. And it's
And
honestly
you just fuck
sucks
them up.
because
You just torture them.
one of them is
I
in
hope
my group, so there's three of us, me, this girl, and then the fat girl. And literally, like, I can't make any fucking fat jokes the entire time. My residents
Yes,
are
you
always
can.
talking about, they don't give a fuck. My residents are always talking about how, like, fat the patient is or whatever, or, like, how disgusting. And I want to say shit, but I'm like, I can't, you know, people, it's not acceptable anymore. And half my day is just controlling myself so I don't say that shit. Or say something offensive. And it's tough, man.
I don't know, man. I think I'd still pull it out. I'm not gonna lie.
I kind of want to, but
Why not?
maybe till the end, because I still got like 3 weeks with them.
What I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They take it a bad way, and you just go, "Hey, man, we'll lose some fucking
Chill.
weight then."
A funny thing.
Oh, have you seen Hancock? There's just one part that I
yeah.
love in it because that's the one with Will Smith. He's like this like drunk superhero.
Yeah.
And at one point he like saves someone but just like ruins a whole fucking area, and they're like, oh, you hurt that woman, you did this, like, oh, you just fucked up this whole place, and he goes, you know what, you should sue McDonald's because they fucked you up. And it's just a bunch of fat people, and they go, oh, and they just
Obscure
erupt.
references. I don't know how you guys remember this. The other thing I want to talk about was everyone's leaving.
I know, man. It's
How's
sad.
it feel?
I'm sad, man. I mean, obviously I'm sad because I don't see you guys as much, or I won't see you at all anymore, which is fucking crazy. But then, but I don't know. I will have to do this pod like online or something.
Yeah.
Which-
Timer's ticking, bro.
Fucking sucks. But
Timer's ticking.
what do you mean timer's ticking?
Once residency starts, I'm not gonna have time.
You're not gonna have time, bro. It's an hour a week,
But it's 60-hour weeks, sometimes 70.
bro. It's an hour a week.
It depends. We'll have to see. We'll
All right,
figure it
I'll
out.
find someone else. Jesus.
We'll figure it out. But how do you feel about like splitting up for rotations? One thing I think came into like handy was that throughout this whole year we did a really good job of not making any fucking friends.
Did we?
Well, I can't name like one friend I've made this
But
year.
here's the
that,
thing,
like, I keep
man.
in touch with.
I guess I could have, like, if you guys weren't here and I wasn't with you, I guess I could have hung out with some of the people who were around. But I don't know. I don't really care.
Yeah, same. I'm like, we're all getting split up. I see you for like 6 weeks.
And
then
let's
I don't know where
even
you're
if we
going.
made friends with them, well, we're probably gonna split up from them too.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
this is just such a temporary time. This is probably the worst time to be around, like, as a
Yeah,
medical
but
student.
also
in the
like I didn't
medical
meet any
profession.
like interesting people.
That's the thing
honestly.
too. Yeah, I
They
mean,
all
there
suck.
was like some people who were interesting from SGU that
Yeah.
I like met again or whatever, but otherwise, no.
from like other schools like MUA and like Ross.
Surprising amount of not cool residents. Not gonna lie.
Not cool residents.
Yeah, I didn't really like a lot of them.
Yeah, I
wasn't
kind
a
of
big
like
fan.
hated like a lot of the residents.
Yeah, I disliked a bunch of them. The rest were okay. There was like
Yeah.
2 that were like, okay.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll talk to you. You know?
Yeah, they made me hate them. People under stress really show you like the kind
Yeah,
of people
that's a
they
good
are.
point. Yeah, maybe we'll be fucked too. Maybe we'll be assholes or whatever.
Yeah,
Or
well,
not even assholes, just like not interesting to talk to.
I don't know. I think like what really confuses me is that you're in one of the worst residency programs in the U.S. You know, at our hospital, and you have the audacity to like shit on the students.
Yeah,
Like
I don't see that happen too much, but
I feel like it happened a lot to me. Especially in internal medicine, like some of the residents were like not willing to teach anything or like even talk to you.
well, yeah, that see, I would see that happen a lot.
Yeah.
But they don't shit on you. They don't like put you on blast. And
Well,
stuff.
one of them actually put me on. I was doing a presentation, and he was like, "Tell me about the patient." I'm telling him. He's like, "What medications does he take?" I don't know. I haven't. And I was like, "I don't know. I haven't called the pharmacy yet." He's like, "Then what did you do?" I was like,
damn.
"What?"
Hit him with it.
I was like, "That's the only thing I haven't done." Like the pharmacy, like I probably called them and it didn't work. But people like that, you know, that's my fear. I don't want to end up like that. I don't ever want to get so serious that I treat people like shit.
Yeah, I mean, I hope I don't get there either. That's
The stress, dude.
yeah, it really is.
So you're going to Florida.
hmm
Isaiah is going to Miami, I believe.
Which is also Florida.
Yeah. Are you going
yeah.
to Miami too?
I mean, yeah, I'll be there for 3 months, and then I'll do whatever.
Our friend,
I'll either end up in New York or Florida, probably.
what do we give him?
Who?
The name?
D?
Yeah, D.
Yeah.
Oh, just D?
It's just
Okay.
D. It's just been D.
He's probably going to Florida too, I think.
Yeah.
Right? So everyone's going to Florida. You have like the whole crew.
Yeah, but maybe we'll be like 2 hours away.
Yeah.
That still makes it like impossible to hang out.
Plus, like, have you thought about how to get around?
What do you mean, in Florida?
Yeah, because there's not like a good train system.
That's
right?
a good
It's
point.
mostly based on driving.
I mean,
Unless
I'll
you're in
I'll be
Miami.
close enough to a place to have a bike, and then I'll figure out how to get to Miami if I ever want to go,
Yeah. It's sad, man.
or like be close to it.
At
I don't know.
SGU, we had like everyone right there on campus. It was super nice. You know,
Mhm.
there was all the events. And then like rotations, I was lucky to have like, you know, at least like 5 or 6 people or whatever that I have here.
Mhm.
And then like it's even less later on.
Mhm.
So
Just
even
get
like the
further and
people that
further.
like, you know, are in the city but a different hospital are just too far. It's like 30 minutes
I mean,
away.
shit, bro. It's gonna be to a point where it's like my friends back home, like they are, you know, might live in like, you know, just way outside the city in like a suburb, and then, you know, they don't see whatever. They only see their coworkers and stuff, and then just
Yeah.
like their wife and whatever. You know, I'm sure there's other stuff too, but damn.
Yeah, and it's sad because like the people that like you're friends with, you never see, but the people you're acquaintances with, you see all the time.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, man. It's just sad.
It's
honestly.
huge. Logistics is huge, man. Who you're close to is who you're influenced by, who you spend your most time with, everything. So
Yeah, I'm like at least glad I have Anastasia because like scariest thing for me was just being alone in like going to a city and having like a month rotation and just not knowing anyone. Like it's easy to like have a community, but it's not easy if like you're just staying there for a little bit. You know, everyone has hobbies, you can get involved in whatever, but
bro, I have like a significant amount of people in New York now who I could like hang out with, or, you know, or whatever, girls. And I mean, but I'm just leaving all of it to go to Florida just because I was like, Florida seems nice. So I don't know. We'll see. That was a good move.
have you planned your next year?
Not really, no.
So I don't know. Did you talk about you delaying?
I don't know, but I am delaying. I'm waiting a year. This isn't that interesting, but
I know, but I want to know what your plans are for 2022 until like, you know, the next match, which is.
so
like
I mean,
September.
I'm just gonna study for the exam and do rotations until I take the exam, which is step 2, and then once I take step 2, I will finish my rotations, and then I have a whole year of like something.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep doing the podcast. I'm gonna like make YouTube videos, and then I'll do like some course. Like they have a few for SGU. Like one of them's like health, like the fuck is it, public health. One of them's whatever, XYZ. So I'll do one of those just to like have a placeholder and just be like, look, I'm still in school, so don't fucking crush me with loans.
Yeah.
And,
So
yeah, that's it.
do you know what month you're going to be finished in?
I mean, I might. I don't know. I'll have to look at it.
Because you haven't taken any time off yet, right?
This last 3 weeks I have.
But that's like in between rotations.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take all of December off, and then I'm probably just gonna take all of January off to study too. So then it'll be a lot. I don't even know if I can do that, but
if you do rotations after, you'll probably finish in like end of April.
maybe.
So you still have like a shitload of time.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm finishing March and I took 6 weeks off.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
So how much time will you have?
How much time will I have?
Yeah.
I'm finishing in March and then just doing paperwork and stuff until like residency starts. It's like 2 months.
Okay. Yeah. So I won't have that much time after because I'm taking all of December, all of January off, and then I have to finish rotations. That's like all my time, isn't it?
Well, and then like from after April until like September, until like match.
But that's a whole.
It's like a.
It's like a whole year.
10 months.
Yeah. Well, then I'm taking that course or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Okay.
This is the least interesting thing ever, but that's what's happening.
How do you feel?
Did
you find anyone else that like is
doing
also?
That? Yeah, I hit up one guy the one that. Fuck. What time is it? 35:40. Okay. The one that she told me about, and so I'm connected with him. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, man. I wish like SGU gave more information on anything.
Yeah.
You know, on match. First of all, I feel like we have to do a shitload of things before like applications go out.
They could send out just like a 1-pager or like 2 pages with all the info,
everything.
with nice infographics and everything, and we would just know it. But they don't.
Instead, they're sending out 10 emails. One of them is like 3 things you need to do before September 12th.
Oh, dude, so stupid. So
Put
stupid.
them on my list.
And I don't even look at those because I can't handle it.
Yeah, and
It's
you know
just too many
they're
things.
supposed to give us like our MSPE, like med student performance evaluation, and our transcript, and they haven't said when they're doing it, unless you email them and ask. So stuff like that is just so stupid. But especially if you're like delaying a year where they have no information. So I just wish there was.
Fun
like,
fact: did you know that distribution of sildenafil is illegal in Pakistan?
Really?
Yeah.
They don't want them getting boners, or
They don't want boners, and that's Viagra, by the way. They don't want boners in Pakistan.
How do you know
apparently.
that?
I don't know. Is it like the caliphate? What's happening?
I don't know, man.
Is
Where'd
that
you
the
get that
Taliban?
info?
I don't know. I looked it up.
Oh.
I don't know where I saw it, but then
Can't
I was
you
like,
just, even in like California, can't you just get like chewable sildenafil?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, you can.
What do you mean chewable? It's like a fucking Flintstones gummy, but Viagra.
I don't know, but someone was telling me about it. Someone was like, I want to get like fucking hard as hell boners.
But don't want to take a pill? Wow, you're getting really specific. Pick one.
He was gonna get sildenafil so he could just like be rock hard every time. It's not good for you, but like.
Why, dude?
I don't know.
Be all right with it.
Be all right with half chub. Okay, and hoping
Or
it's
just
hard later.
don't be nervous and just like you'll be fine. If you're not nervous, dude, you'd get hard all the time.
Yeah.
Or if you don't have like health problems.
Dude, I get hard fucking too much.
Dude, I have the same problem.
So here, this is real. Okay, this is not a joke.
Tell me. I'm here for you.
When you hug, you know, a girl that you're interested in.
Yeah.
Do you get a hard on?
No.
No?
No. Unless it's like, you know, super sensual and like we just had dinner and stuff like that, then I might. But otherwise,
not even
really.
like a chub.
Not really, man.
I feel like I'm just like too easily excitable.
Yeah, maybe. I don't. Yeah. So yeah. I have to like get worked up a little bit.
Really?
You know? Or like here's the thing. For me, it's like touch. Like if they just touch that, you know, like on purpose, then it's over with.
And then like
Then like
your pants
boing.
are ripping.
We need a
buds are flying
soundboard.
off.
Boing.
Yeah, I'm
Boing?
probably sick. We
Boing?
should get one.
Well, you're not even gonna do the podcast anymore, so who cares?
1 year.
Who gives a shit?
You have until June.
Gonna fucking kill
next year.
myself.
You'll find a reason to live, man. And the last thing I want to talk about, what a shithole we live in.
What a shithole we live in?
Yeah.
This is a great apartment.
Well, yeah,
The
the apartment's
surrounding
great,
city?
but this area is fucking shit.
Well, okay. It's been brought to my attention several times that this is a shithole area, and I didn't believe him at first. Now I'm starting to believe them after seeing the rest of Manhattan.
So when we biked
and Brooklyn.
When we biked to downtown Brooklyn, and I don't think you've been there, but like I went to Brooklyn Bridge Park. Literally amazing. It's nicer than Manhattan.
And where we were biking was also gorgeous.
Yeah, and we live in like
It's like, damn, I'd love to live here.
we live in like area. And what are the differences? There's
I guess we
garbage.
can say that. Is that
Yeah.
okay? I mean,
like a fucking 10 million people live here, dude. No one's gonna know.
all right.
Well,
But here's the thing: they'll be able to identify what hospital we're at then.
okay.
Fucking
Okay.
A. God damn it, Ken. 3950. Okay.
Okay. So we live in like, central Brooklyn, like a main part of Brooklyn. And some of the things I've noticed here, it's a third world. There's a lot of minorities.
That doesn't make it a third world.
What
the fuck's wrong with you?
Let me finish. There's trash on the streets all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything's getting run down.
Yeah,
There's a
that's
lot
true.
of potholes here, even compared to like downtown Brooklyn.
That's also true.
And I'm looking out the window right now, and there's some trees, but there's not a lot of trees here.
There's very few trees. But hey, they painted the front of the stores where they put the shutters down at night, and they look very nice. They did that last night.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. See, look how it's black.
I'm
And
glad
there used to
things
be
are
covered in graffiti and like silver and rusted. Now they're black.
Okay, I'm glad they're at least taking some steps to
Yep.
gentrify. But then when we're going to... Oh, and traffic is really fucking bad. But when we're going to downtown Brooklyn, like, there's streets that have bike lanes. And the streets are, like, clean. There's no trash. There's no potholes. The streets are blocked off for, like, pedestrian traffic. There's, like, trees all the way down the street. And then downtown Brooklyn is, like, amazing. It's... I don't know. This always seems to be the case, but when you go to a higher income neighborhood, it's all white people. I don't know what white people are doing right, that they're always in like the rich areas. But stuff like that, like the inequality.
Must be a coincidence.
Dude, for sure. The inequality between like this area and that area is
It's
like blows my
significant.
mind. And I fucking hate this area. But I would love to live in like downtown Brooklyn area.
I mean, yeah, this is not a great place to live, but I've enjoyed it. I mean, it's good for like a young whippersnapper like ourselves.
It's good for like young people, but like if you were older and like the noise, if you're trying to sleep at night, that would suck. And just you have to deal with more bullshit here. Like
Someone last night just screamed balls like outside the window.
Did
Like,
they?
all right, dope, that's cool, yeah.
and then
For
the
sure.
fucking motorcycle guys that go up and down the streets all the time.
Yeah.
It's just
The guy with the muffler that's just
sounds like someone's car is like backfiring every fucking night. Dude.
Yeah.
It sucks. I could go on for like hours
Yeah, I
about how
know.
much I fucking hate.
I ignored
area.
it. That's I think we're just on two different planes. Like you observe all these things and take them all into account, and I'm just like, it's just how it is, you know.
I'm from Pakistan, so like
The
I don't
fuck
want
does
to
that
be
mean?
back. I escaped Pakistan.
I just
don't wanna be back
picture
there.
deserts and like bazaars and like tents with stripes.
It's actually very similar to this.
Really?
Yeah. It's like kind of a dirty like place like this. Where I grew up.
a
at least.
shithole country, if you will.
Yeah, dude. Donald Trump had it right. I don't know why everyone's like, shitting on him. It's not a good country. What else you got?
My mom coerced me into like doing this thing, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that thing, and then she sent me a text back like, okay, have a lovely day, and like hearts. I'm like, you fuck.
Dude, I just like my mom is so intrusive. I don't know if this is a mom thing, and I don't know if your
Probably a
mom is
mom
like this,
thing.
but I just stopped telling her anything.
Yeah, fuck moms.
Like I just don't trust her to know anything. I just tell my dad.
Yeah, I don't really either. Yo, have you watched this movie last night? It's called
Shang-Chi.
no, it's called like 3 days or something. With I gotta look it up, but it's with Russell Crowe, and his wife like goes to jail, and he has to break her out. Anyway,
No.
Wait, what were we talking about?
Your mom.
So at one point he's like breaking this woman out of jail, which is the most illegal thing ever, and then they're going to, and she's in jail for life, and then he's gonna fly out with her and her son, their son, to Venezuela, which is a coincidence.
Nice.
But then so it's this whole thing, right? But at one point his dad figures out, and it's very illegal and shit, and he looks at him, looks at the tickets, and he just shakes his hand like goodbye, you know, without saying anything. And he's just like, oh, okay. Like total boss move. But they have to hide it from the mom, of course, because she would be like, you can't do this. You shouldn't do this. Yeah,
man.
But the dad just looks him in the eye. It's like, hey, man, you know, with just the look, he's like, you got to do what you got to do, you know.
Why was the wife in
And then the cops, and of course the father doesn't tell the mother.
Yeah.
And because, you know, then the mom might accidentally give something away to the cops or whatever. And then the cops are talking to the dad. And he's just like, look, we didn't talk. I didn't talk to my son that day. And it's true. But he saw the tickets. So it was just
100%.
like, my man, you got to do what you got to do.
Man.
Which is so baller. Which makes me happy to be a man. Man.
You know, women hate other women. And I think that has a lot to do with it.
They actually talk about that in that movie too.
Really?
It's kind of weird, yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
It's 100%. My sister told me this before I went to SGU. And she's like, make friends with girls because girls help guys, but they don't help other girls.
Right. It's sad.
And guys help both.
I like how the first people to say that to are girls. They'll be like, yeah, girls fucking suck.
Yeah.
Every girl I've ever dated is like, I wish I was a guy. Girls
Really?
suck. I'm like, wow, that's kind of weird, but I feel you.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's true.
And we were also, one thing I forgot to tell you. We were also talking about, I think I can say his name, Josh Mowgli from SGU.
Okay.
Like, I don't think either of us really know him.
I don't
right?
even know him.
Okay. No connection to him. And you remember that petition he made?
Fuck him. No, I don't know you, Josh.
First of all, I thought that was a fake name because like
It
people
sounds
change their
fake.
name for residency.
Great googly moogly. That's what it sounds like.
Do you know who he is?
No, dude.
Okay. So he was such a fucking idiot. And I remember this from like psych. But someone brought him up and I was like, oh yeah, that guy. And after like the pandemic hit and everyone is getting sent home, he created a petition. And it was basically, I know we're only like 2 months into the term out of like the 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
But since there's a pandemic, you guys should cancel all exams, all OSCEs, everything, small groups.
There was a couple wild petitions that came out of that time.
Dude, it was
I think I
so
remember that one.
stupid. And basically just let us study for step 1 for the next 5 months or whatever until like, July. And then some guy in the comments was like, there's so many spelling mistakes in this petition. And I read it.
I do remember that.
And literally like the word school was spelled incorrectly.
SKOOL.
He did it unironically.
My mom says I have a headache and I don't have to come in today.
And 2 of the girls in my rotation signed the petition.
Bro, people will sign anything, man.
I lost so much respect.
People will sign fucking anything.
I know, dude. And obviously SG is not going to do that. They know their students are like fucking dumb as hell.
We'll put Kool-Aid in the water fountains and put cameras in the girls' bathroom. Sign the petition.
I'm on for that. Some girl goes and takes a fucking dump. It's on camera.
Gross.
And his petition got shot down, but apparently it had like 400 signatures. Which is
Dude,
way
people
more
will
than I
sign
thought.
anything, bro.
And he sent it into SGU.
And it could have the least reasonable, like, thing to back it up. Like,
Yeah.
We're just going to give $1 million to every student. Like, let's sign the petition. It'll get a bunch of signatures. And it's like, well, where's this money coming from?
I don't know. It didn't make any fucking sense. And I'm like, if you can't
Doesn't
pass
have to.
SGU's exams, like, you're not going to do well on
Yeah,
state.
how about stop making a petition and study a little?
Yeah.
Maybe that'll help.
And I lost all respect for that guy, but apparently they like were all like on his side and like, oh, he's
Wow.
a good guy. He did this petition, blah blah blah. And
I remember reading the comments and just laughing hard.
so you do remember?
I do remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that you mentioned the
I
whole
should
thing.
have saved it. I feel like it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
That's a good one.
It's something I had to save.
Do you put butter in the fridge?
Where else did you put it?
On the counter? In a cupboard?
No, dude.
Bro, I don't know if it's a Midwest thing or what, but you can just leave it out.
So growing up in Pakistan, I think it was too hot to leave it out.
Oh, okay.
And so I was always just used to putting it in the fridge. It just
Alright.
makes the most
Well, in the
sense.
Midwest, it's cold as shit, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it gets warm in the summer, but yeah, you just leave butter out.
But like the warmest it gets in Pakistan is like 10 degrees Celsius.
Like, I've never seen an ant on butter. I've never seen mold on butter.
Oh,
Ever.
yeah, I don't think that happens.
Yeah. So then it's like, why don't you just leave it out?
It's too hot.
It's not too hot here. In Pakistan, maybe.
10 degrees Celsius in Pakistan is like jacket weather. Whereas in Minnesota, it would be like t-shirt weather.
Yo, to make this podcast medical, have you noticed the difference between what doctors actually do versus what we learn. Like,
What
it's
do you
pretty
mean?
significant sometimes, don't you think? Like,
Give me an example.
we learned if there's unilateral focal breast tenderness that you do imaging.
Yeah.
And I've seen multiple occasions that it's like, hey, I have breast tenderness on this one side and it's focal. And the doctor goes, okay, well, I think you should be good. You know, they'll just like palpate it and be like, oh, this isn't something to worry
But
about.
we also work at the shittiest hospital.
Yeah, I suppose. So do you think that's because it's a shitty hospital, or do you think like there's a discrepancy between what you do and what we learn?
You know, the funny thing is, people were telling me that our hospital has a lot of like guidelines that they follow, like their own guidelines.
They
and
just
they're
are not
very
good for the
bad.
patient.
Yeah. They do the opposite of what everyone else does. So I think partly it's the hospitals, but I think like also it's like clinical judgment, and you have to do like what you think is the next best thing. And I think for the ER, it's especially apparent, which like you've probably noticed too. Like they'll say this is the best test, but they're like, we don't fucking do it in the ER, so we're gonna do these other tests, and you go do this somewhere else. So stuff like that. But I definitely think someone told me this before, and I didn't believe it until now, but they're like, your grades don't matter. It's just whether the patients like you or not. And now, like, going to this hospital, like, I can't say her name, but, like, the fat IM doctor, like, she fucking sucks.
Yeah, she
with
sucks.
all her coworkers.
All the
With
patients love her, yeah.
She's good. And so they like her. She's not, like, that smart.
But that's the thing. Your life is just going to be shittier if all your coworkers don't like you.
Yeah. And literally she complains of everyone, so everyone fucking hates her. But like, it makes so much more sense, you know. If you're good with your patients, then you can basically do anything. You know?
You're not
They're
going to be fired or anything.
They're not going to want to fire you if
Yeah.
your patients like love you.
Right.
So I guess for any aspiring doctors out there, just know that be good with your patients and you can get anywhere.
All your coworkers can hate your fucking guts, which happens, and you're fine.
Yeah. And the students, most importantly.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking resident do you want to be?
What kind of resident?
Yeah, like in terms of if you're dealing with someone like who's beneath you, like a student or something.
Oh, then they're beneath me, and they are going to be treated as such.
Introduce yourself to me.
yeah, like that. I love getting hit with that.
Why haven't you spoken to me?
Yeah. Why haven't you introduced yourself to me? Because there's like 80 residents, and this is my 8th day on the fucking block. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna introduce myself every day.
It's really like, I think it's completely like uncalled for the way like some residents like treat students.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking smash them under my boot heel like the
Yeah.
cockroaches they are.
There's already this huge power imbalance, and you want the person who's like underneath you to
Bro, like I
say.
have this unquestionable, unconditional respect for residents, which is unreasonable, and they reward me by being like, you're a fucking pipsqueak, you know, which is fine. It's just fine, but it's like they didn't have they could be like the most like innocent, like, oh, you know, oh, you're so lovely. Fuck, did I say my name? Was that enough?
Yeah.
Damn it, what time is it? 52.
Damn, we're fucking up this episode.
I know, this is the worst. We're too
We were good before.
we're too relaxed, man.
We're too tired.
It's because we're tired and we don't have the video on. But yeah, they could be the chillest ever, and I would never take advantage of it because I'm like, oh my god, you're in a place that I want to be, you know, and stuff like that.
And like literally, they're our boss basically. Like
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it's the resident we're working under, and there's probably like 3 or 4 residents, and like.
Bro,
same amount of
I'll do
students.
their shit like unquestionably, like
Yeah.
to a ridiculous extent. Like, hey, go hurt this patient, and I'd be like, okay.
Is that the best way?
I'm like, I feel like that's not in the textbook.
How
But
do you want me to do it?
yeah, just like punch him. You know, I would just take it under creative consideration and just
Emotionally.
do what I got to do.
But like, what's so hard about being like, hey guys, my name is Dr. Chang, like random name.
Yeah, I got that.
Like, you know, are you gonna be working with me? And then like, oh, what's your name? Your name? Your name? Like, it seems like that's the easiest thing to do rather than
Yeah.
like getting everyone to introduce.
Almost everything that every resident and doctor has done, I would do differently, I think.
Yeah. I think no one does it. I think they're so used to like this power imbalance that they just
I
like
don't
get
know.
off on it.
I don't know why.
Like,
but
they
it's
were
all,
the student, they became the resident, and they want to maintain it.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
really
hate
weird.
that. The other thing I hate is when you ask them a question, they're like, look it up. I'm like, I'm asking you because I don't fucking know.
Right.
Like, just tell me. I don't know where to find it.
It's reasonable if it's like, oh, what's angina? It's like, okay,
Yeah.
then fucking Google it. But if it's like, I'm asking you because I think it's something that I need to ask you about,
Yeah. Plus, just like.
But I think they're
explain it.
also used to like shitty medical students who don't take that into consideration.
Yeah, I'm sure that is. But like, what's wrong with like talking to the other person as a human? And
Yeah.
someone was telling me it doesn't have to be this way. Like in UK and like Canada, for a lesser extent, it's more like your colleagues rather than like boss and subordinate kind of thing. And I wish it was more like that.
We go top down here in America, baby.
I think like I'm gonna try my best to like exemplify that.
Look at you.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know. And I feel like a lot of people say that and then they become assholes, but
Yeah.
who knows?
I guess I will. Like, if the student is a fucking idiot, then they deserve it. But otherwise, I think I'm gonna treat them like good.
Bro, here we go top down, son. USA. We have the fucking caste system, all right? Just in the medical.
Yeah, white people at the top.
That's
and
right.
Everyone else at the bottom.
It's pretty much just a two-layered caste system.
Dude,
It's not complicated.
How to become more white, man? I want that white male.
You can
privilege.
bleach. That's the thing.
Yeah, I could just say I'm like very tanned.
Just wear a lot of lotion every day.
How does it feel? Do you feel a difference? Like
I feel great.
White male.
Every day I just feel wonderful.
I wake up and it's the best.
Like,
day ever.
when you get high, like I just feel that all the time because I'm white.
I feel really fucking good on high.
Man, I'm telling you.
I'm not sure if I should tell like the residents, like our psych residents are always like talking about how people smoke too much and like do K2, which is like synthetic marijuana. Should I bring up that I smoke weed or should I just leave it? Like probably safer just leave it.
Definitely leave it, but I feel like a lot of people smoke weed.
I think so too, but I just don't know if if I'm like ready to say
if it's
it
chill
in front
enough
of
to bring it
everyone
up to a superior.
Yeah.
Probably not.
We'll see.
Probably not.
Yo, let's cut it there.
Yeah.
I'm kind of losing my voice.
That's how we end it. When you lose your voice.
When my voice starts getting lost.
Too much semen.
I need to bring water, man. Semen would actually help.
Gross.
Pull your pants down, bro.
All right, man. It's been real. Oh, we gotta plug the email. Hit us up with questions. Anything you have for us intelligent medical students. Don't laugh at that. That is unprofessional at gmail.com. That is unprofessional at gmail.com.
What's the spelling?
Huh?
What's the spelling?
You want me to spell it? I don't know if I can do that.
If you need to spell it, don't email us.
Yeah, if you can't spell that, then write a petition because we need more of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for chilling. It's been real.
Peace.
Deuces.